It is cold outside and there's snow everywhere. Does the weather ever make you think about different areas of the world and in particular different cuisines? Well, with weather like this, my thoughts are going to my native homeland of Scotland, and I feel like making a Scottish meal. And what better cookbook could I grab than this? Nick Nairn's amazing cookbook, The New Scottish Cookery. Now this book is actually out of print, but I'm sure you can find it somewhere. But this is chock full of really good recipes for weather just like this. And today, I'm going to see if we can put together Nick Nairn's Tarragon chicken with beans and wild mushrooms and new potatoes. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Nick actually says of this particular meal that it is a true marriage made in Scotland. He says that the chicken and wild mushrooms are perfect cooked together in butter with fresh tarragon and a dash of cream. Some crunchy beans and new potatoes are all you need to make this the complete dish. The complete dish. Let's find out how that complete dish comes together. I'm going to probably add a few variations to this. I know Nick probably does as well. And let's see if we can do this dish justice. Before we head to the kitchen, don't forget, subscribe and ring that bell. Now let's go get cooking. Okay, let's quickly talk about the ingredients that I'm going to use and also some of the variations that I'm going to put in. First of all, we start with chicken breast. We're going to go ahead and salt this, pepper this on both sides, and then let it sit around for about 30 minutes to get the temperature up a bit. We've got some baby potatoes. Nick says go ahead and boil 1 pound. I'm going to roast 3 pounds. I'm going to roast 3 pounds because I like roast potatoes better than boiled potatoes. And also the leftovers that I have, I'm going to be able to put into breakfast potatoes and things like that. I'm going to go ahead and cook the green beans. I have my wild mushrooms. I have a cup of cream and a cup of white wine. I've actually doubled the amount of cream and wine because I want to double my sauce. We're a pretty saucy family here, and so sauce is important. We've got our tarragon, fresh tarragon. I'll chop that up. Also, I'm going to go ahead and add some garlic and also some shallot to the sauce. That's pretty much all we need for the recipe, and those are some of the variations I'm going to toss in. But with that, let's go ahead and get busy. Roasting potatoes is relatively easy. The first thing you need to do is wash them. I always triple wash my vegetables, so this is number 2 already here. Let's go ahead and get number 3 going. And then what I'm going to do is dry them off really well. Add a couple of tablespoons of a good oil. I like to use avocado oil, and then salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Toss them in the oven, 425, for about 30 minutes or so. You can check them after about 20 minutes, but I always, at about the 15-minute mark, I go ahead and shake them up really good so we can try to make sure that we have them, as crispy as possible on all sides. But if you dry them off really well, you should have some good crispy potatoes. Well, with our potatoes in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and chop up some vegetables. We're going to go ahead and get about a tablespoon or so of chopped tarragon. I'm going to chop up the garlic, and I'm going to chop up the 1 shallot for the cream sauce. Okay, now that the potatoes are in, they're getting close, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the chicken. We're going to go ahead and get the stovetop going on about a medium heat with my cast iron skillet. So we're going to get this up to temp. I'm going to put in my butter, get that nice and sizzling, and then we're going to get the chicken on there. We're going to leave it on there for 10 minutes undisturbed. Okay, well, we have had these on for 10 minutes and they are looking pretty good. We're going to flip them over. Yeah, that was really nice. And right in the middle, I'm going to bring in our coarsely chopped wild mushrooms. And let all that just simmer together for another, 8 to 10 minutes or so. I'll check the temperature of the chicken breasts. I'm going to want them, officially they're supposed to be at 165 degrees. They're going to continue to cook a little bit because I'm going to take them off. So I'm going to shoot for about 155 on my thermometer. Okay, we are right at 155 on these, so I'm going to go ahead and take these out now, and we'll get working on our sauce. When I do the sauce, again, I'm going to do a little bit of a variation off of what Nick recommended. Nick recommended basically that we just go ahead and put wine in, reduce it, then add in some cream at the end with the Tarragon. I'm going to go ahead and put in my shallots, however, and some garlic beforehand. So I'm going to put that in with my wine. But first, we'll get this set aside with these yummy mushrooms all over it. There you go. That's pretty good. And we'll cover that up with some foil. Okay, that'll continue cooking right there. Okay, it's time for our wine. And our shallots. And our garlic. Okay, I'm going to turn up my heat now. And I'm going to bring this to a boil. And what we're going to try to do is basically reduce it to practically nothing. And scrape everything off the bottom. All of the mushroom juices and the chicken juices will be part of this amazing sauce. Well, that's reducing. I'm going to go ahead and start working on these green beans too. And the beans are in the pan. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and some of our garlic. This is starting to look really good here. Just about what we want right there. Let's get that heavy cream out. And we'll bring this to a boil. Smells really good already. It's just going to get better with the chicken and the mushrooms and the tarragon. I'll put our tarragon in here now. Oh yeah. All right, let's bring that back down to a medium heat. Our sauce, that is. You want to get the chicken in, all of the mushrooms, and any juices that were left. Let everything just kind of meld together for a few minutes. Ooh, that's a hot bowl. It was cooking still. Oh, the mushrooms are too good to waste, aren't they? Wow. Yep, that's going to be tasty. Does that look pretty? I think that looks pretty. You know, you could actually serve this with pasta as well. I bet that would taste pretty good. Maybe even mashed potatoes, depending on the season. It should probably be good. Okay, so we're done. The food is ready. I'm about to call the family, but before I do, I have to check it out. I don't know if Nick would be pleased or not, but we're gonna find out if I'm pleased. Those mushrooms look amazing. They smell good. Oh yeah. That's really nice. I think the roasted potatoes are going to pair really well with this. I'm glad I made a little bit extra sauce. We have these roasted French beans as well. And hey, if you got a little extra white wine, might as well enjoy it. There you go. If I can cook it, so can you. I'm not a Michelin chef, but Nick was. And hey, if he's got a good recipe, I'm going to check it out. With that, consider subscribing to the channel. Just go ahead and push the subscribe button, push the bell if you want notifications, and we'll see you in the kitchen next time.